Hello, guys. Welcome to Gusto Reactions once again. This, of course, is coming to you straight from Gusto Entertainment. Of course, Lala is on black. I'm on black. It seems to be like
Black Sunday.
it's a Black Sunday. It's a Black Sunday for the Nigerian music industry. Of course, quite a lot of people are talking on Twitter. Big Lala, the Grammy Awards that we've all waited for, has finally arrived and it has gone right now. Wizkid, Ibrahim Ayodeji Balogun. Of course, a lot of talks in the past couple of days about Wizkid. Finally, the Grammy, has come and gone. And Wizkid has left the Grammy venue, if he was there at all, with no award to show for the Made in Lagos effort. Big Lala, this is really, really something. Are you shocked about this?
to say, am I shocked? I don't think there's anybody that is not shocked. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. The other day you were asking me, it's like you saw the future. It's like, what if Wiz doesn't win any? Yeah. I mean, I don't think it crossed anybody's mind ever that Wiz wouldn't win at least one award Grammy tonight. At least one. It didn't cross anybody's mind, and everybody's getting a shocker. We're getting a shocker for. From the Grammys. Is crazy. It's crazy. Like I said the last time, it would be a disappointment. It would be a disaster if Wiz doesn't win. It's exactly what it is. It's a disaster. Everyone was so sure. Everyone who was involved in the project was so sure.
Yeah.
There's been tweets up and down. Like even the fan base, they were so sure.
Yeah.
At least one was. Even Wiz's team, Jada, the whole day was filled with optimism. Yeah. People already dropping congratulations or showing support. I saw several videos. It didn't cross anybody's mind that this might happen. And again, we're being shot. It's like they put a dagger to Nigerians' hearts. Well, let me rephrase, because there are certain Nigerians who will be laughing, who would be
right now.
I mean, yes, they'll be happy, right? To the supporters of Wizkid, supporters of Afrobeat in general. It's like they put a dagger to our hearts. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Big Lala, this is really, really a sad day, for a lot of Wizkid FC right now. I'm sure Twitter is currently agog right now. Everyone is talking about Wizkid's loss at the Grammys. Not one award, but the two awards that he was nominated for. Of course, he didn't get anyone. Angélique Kidjo, once again, beating Wizkid on the global album category stage, of course. And of course, there's a certain Pakistani vocalist called Aruj Aftab. She's a female, beating Wizkid in that world best global performance as well. Big Lala, how exactly did Wizkid lose out of these two awards at the Grammy? Well, I mean, it seemed like he was sure. I'm surprised.
Exactly, it seemed like he was sure. The PR was insane. I mean, it's been what, months, and there's been talk of Wiz being a Grammy contender.
Rolling Stone, Billboard, everybody,
See, all those positive PRs was in there, right? Everything seemed to be pointing towards Wiz is going to dominate, and nobody thought. Oh, well, of course, at first when Angelique Kidjo was nominated, when we came up with the nominations list video, I'm saying, the only person that might actually give him a run for his money would give him was Angelique Kidjo, because she has Grammy heritage, if I could say. She has Grammy heritage. If she coughs,
I like that.
if she coughs, the Grammy feel it. And again, we're seeing that in display. I know people are unhappy and be like, nah, this is so much politics. This is so much nonsense going on. And to be honest, I do agree. I mean, we've hyped up and paid so much relevance to the Grammy to validate our craft, right?
Yeah.
And now we're being disappointed. It's crazy. Well, if I say we're being disappointed, maybe I'm being unfair, because last year one of ours, Burnaboy, still won it. He won it last year. Yeah. Exactly. And who was not nominated at that time? A certain Angelique Kidjo was not nominated.
She didn't drop an album.
She won it. She didn't drop an album. So it looks like, that word I won't have. I think is now Angelique Kidjo's property. Maybe we should put it like that. The other category, which was the best global music performance, that was a new category. Yeah. It was an extension of the album category. Now, I mean, they now extended. Okay, let's now award songs. from around the world, and it goes to a Pakistani. I mean, I thought the only one we had a good chance of winning was the best global music album. That's honestly, that's all I thought it was going to win tonight. And I'll say I'm disappointed it didn't.
Okay, but we know that Wizkid, they're definitely good, have, unofficial, the song of the summer in the US. The Grammy Awards as well, is in the US. And of course, we know how the CEO of Grammy came about, at that time and said, oh man, he's sorry that Wizkid didn't get nominated for, the song of the year. It was the committee and all of that. And a lot of people actually felt that comment, was more like, you know what, Wizkid, we didn't put you in this category, but don't worry, these two categories are yours. It was more like, this is really, really a shocker, Big Lala. And do you think that this shows, that the Grammys actually, feel that Wizkid's album is not up to par? What exactly is it? Does this show that the album is not quality, or what exactly is it?
No, I don't think it shows that it's not quality. The mere fact that it was actually nominated does approve of the fact that it is quality. What this win for Angélique Kidjo or what this snub for WIZ just shows, that proves, that opens the eye to all Nigerians, that there's a lot of politics that goes on behind the scenes when it comes to Grammys. The mere fact that you are nominated just validates that yes, you've done well. There's quality behind the work, right? For you to actually win, right? It's the Grammy Academy members. So how do they live? Is it like a political thing, like it's done in real life politics? Do you have to go and solicit from votes from these guys? Is it about soliciting, or is it about them actually choosing and saying things like, this is my preference, or people actually going to people and soliciting and saying, well, you know what, that time when Burnaboy, when I was saying things like, oh, now who know will, because it looked like Burnaboy had to parley with an Angelique Kidjo before he could get a well-deserved win. The first time, there was no way in hell Angelique Kidjo had a better album than Burnaboy's album.
Does Angelique Kidjo even have a better album than Wizkid's album right now?
It's exactly what I'm saying. So nobody knows what these guys are thinking. Are people just piling up for votes with the Academy and securing votes, securing a voting block and things like that? Is that what's going on? Are people voting by actually what they're seeing? Is it that the Grammy Academy members don't know that there's actually an album that is doing really, really so well? Is it that they don't know? Is it that they're blind? I don't know how it works with these guys. I mean, it's not the first time. We're seeing it firsthand as Africans, of Afrobeat enthusiasts, but people who have been especially in the hip hop scene in the US, they've seen this time and time and again.
Kanye West and
It's always a shambles when it comes to the. Well, I think this is just generally how award bodies are, award shows are. It's always controversial, and in Africa, this is very, very controversial that WIZ did not win. A lot of people were voting for him. It's a disappointment.
Big Lala, as we go, I mean, we really cannot, overemphasize the disappointment in Nigerians. Nigerians are disappointed about this one. Wizkid FC, even the neutrals, are actually quite disappointed about the fact that, Angelique Kidjo once again, Angelique Kidjo again, and of course, people are asking, who exactly is Arooj Aftab, the female Pakistani vocalist who beat Wizkid in the global, global music performance, category. And all of this just shows that Made in Lagos, as big as it is, the original, the deluxe, it's in the history books that it never won a Grammy Award. That is standard right now. It's never won a Grammy Award despite how good it is. Now, Wizkid is coming up with another album, More Love, Less Ego. Should Nigerians, should Wizkid, should everybody, Davido, Burnaboy, should we leave the Western people alone with the Grammys, because focus on ourselves? Or should we continue to strive to win this? Should Wizkid try again next year?
So because, we don't win now, maybe forget Western validation. I mean, everybody has been enjoying the Western validation, so it was always going to bite us in the back. It was imminent, and it has happened. And then, are we now going to say? I mean, I don't think we can stop. We can only continue. The earlier the Grammys decide to have some sort of African category, Afrobeat category, the better, to better serve Africans. You get, but we know Nigerians will dominate that easily, right? But if it's left for people in Africa to vote for what is good for, I mean, what song is the best, what album is the best for Africa, I think it's best because, quite frankly, I think we know if we trust the people who are not Nigerians or who are not Africans,
Africans
in that Grammy Academy. That's what it sounds like. It's just this monopoly of Angélique Kidjo, or if there's not Angélique Kidjo, it's somebody else winning.
I mean, it's quite Big Lala. It's quite amazing. It's quite amazing that we are here discussing how Wizkid lost, not one, or 2 awards at the Grammys. I thought we were going to come here, I mean,
discuss. And say, congratulations
to Wizkid, or maybe 1-1 or 1-2 or something. He did it or something. I mean, not just for Wizkid, but for Afrobeat, and because truly, the album actually, maybe does deserve, to get one of, the Grammy categories. But of course, it is what it is right now. Wizkid is out of the Grammy contention. He's totally lost it. Both awards is lost to, Angelique Kidjo, and of course to Arooj Aftab, the Pakistani female vocalist. Of course, it is actually, not a very good day for Wizkid FC. It is not a good day for the associate. And of course,
if any member of Wizkid FC is watching this, please make it not talk anything. Maybe I just collect all the banter, because you guys have given a fair share. You have given a fair share to others. It's time for people to banter. You just enjoy
the fans of the others, camp. I mean, everyone is now. I'm sure when I go on Twitter, you're going to see someone like, "Oh, there's only one Nigerian who has ever won the global best album or something. Only one Nigerian, and his name is Burnaboy. Only one Nigerian, and his name is Burnaboy." And then you hear talks like, "Oh, the Grammy stage is bigger than FIFA. Oh yeah, now you go and win on the Grammy stage or something." So yeah,
make I just warn you down. Don't bring that topic next week. Because make I talk Grammy and FIFA stage. I know they follow you talk.
Big Lala, we are going to discuss.
Maybe next year. I'm pretty sure if WIZ decides to do an album very soon, before August or September, it will be in view of a Grammy. It will be something similar to what Burna did last time out. But we'll see how that goes. Would this prompt WIZ to drop another album? Maybe not.
Big Lala, as we go, despite all the high hopes, expectations, DJ Tunes tweeted about it. We have CDQ, we have a couple of
the hype was crazy.
The hype was crazy. Big Lala.
Yet you said Wizkid, you will see hype tonight.
You see hype today, yeah. You see hype tonight. Of course, quite a lot of videos. DJ Maforisa going to the Grammy Awards with WIZ and everyone. But of course, shout out to Wizkid. Made in Lagos is still that album, to beat. It is still one of the biggest albums to come out of Africa in the last decade, definitely. Of course, doesn't take anything away from Wizkid. Big Lala, as we go, what is that final thing that you would say to Wizkid and Wizkid FC? And to the Grammys.
Well, to the FC, I mean, I've observed a lot of back and forth with everyone, even comments on our page. I saw someone telling a guy, these things don't work the way you see, the billboards, Rolling Stone, things like just because you're getting that positive PR doesn't mean yes, that's what it is. You get. So I think this is just a lesson for us to learn. This foreign media or foreign award body will still do what foreign award bodies want to do. It looks like we have to play their game. We have to be you have to play their game for us to actually get something. Burnaboy played their game and he got it. Wizkid didn't necessarily have to play his game. He had someone else who was playing the game in the Beyonce to win. So it's just a lesson for us to learn. They've already showed us that you just can't come here and dominate. That's why he wasn't nominated for the Song of the Year.
Song of the Year.
Even though people do agree that he should have been nominated. Again, they don't chop it twice. Of the nomination period and now. In fact, 3 times. And it's just, I know WIZ will be disappointed, but I mean, you just can't give up. You just have to try again. If you have to play their game, play their game. But is it fair that it has to be like that for him to win a Grammy or any other person? I don't think it is, but people have to do what they have to do. If he really cares about the Grammy, then he has to drop an album before August or September.
So it
the
could
next
get
Grammy.
back in contention.
If it's a lesser album and you now wins it, would you now be satisfied? Is that how it's supposed to be? But now you're satisfied with that, so we'll see how it goes. But FC, men are no vex. Wizkid and the team, men are no vex. Shit happens. Yeah, you can do it the next time. Who says you can't? Burnaboy went back to the drawing board, did what they had to do, and got it. Perhaps we should do the same as well.
Okay, guys, let's have your thoughts on that one. Wizkid, Starboy Machala himself at the Grammys went there with the hope of 2 awards, and of course left the awards ceremony with nothing in his bag, no award. To Wizkid made in Lagos, of course, 0 awards. The SN 0 awards at the Grammys tonight. Disappointing for Wizkid, for Wizkid FC, for Wizkid fans, for the Afrobeat industry. Of course, everyone was expecting Wizkid to win at least 1 award. But of course, it is what it is. Big Lala has said, Wizkid, go back to the drawing board, of course, and maybe bring up another album, submit it, and maybe could just win, of course, on this one. Guys, thank you so much for liking and sharing, subscribing. Thank you so much. Of course, for neutrals like us, we just wish Wizkid all the very best, and we hope that everyone, stay safe on the streets of Twitter. Please, the banter is allowed, but it should just be banter and banter only. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Put your comments down below right now. Peace.